the verse, where you're gonna get your fill of altcoin alpha knowledge, fears, bipolar Bitcoin charts, and bearish losers all over the place. This is what we do. I can't believe it's been so long since I've been on stream, dude. There has been so much news popping off. We've got TitanX in the top 100 on ETH. We've got the Hydra white paper. We've got the Helios flippening. I mean, brother, what else could we get excited about today? Tell me, Chris, what you got for me, buddy?
Bro, we've got an awesome live stream today. We got what was it, like a 4-course meal. We're gonna start off with an appetizer, hit you with the steak, give you a little dessert, and then end it with a nice, beautiful drink, just like at a 5-star restaurant. Because today we got a jam-packed live stream. Actually, this is going to be a really, really information-filled live stream, even though every single one is an information-filled live stream. We're going to talk about Hydra. And then we're going to talk about Helios, because I feel like most of you guys who are TitanX fans, I don't think you guys truly understand what Helios built. I didn't even understand what it built until last time I did a live stream with the dude. And then we're going to talk about 10 undervalued blue chip meme coins that are on the market that nobody is talking about. If you guys were here a couple months ago, you probably would have seen everybody going crazy trying to buy the next shiny object. Then interest dropped off on meme coins, and these projects are still alive. They're still doing their thing. They just haven't gotten notice again. And so now that we are the masters at doing the opposite of what the market does, we're looking for positions because the next leg up on this market is going to happen a lot sooner than you expect. And that's just how we do this on the verse. And the goal of that is to get you guys to think like us, because guess what? We're the social outcast, man. When I grew up, I didn't have many friends. When Trey grew up, he didn't have many friends. We don't roll in groups, man. We're lone wolves. That's how we roll. We don't want to be like everyone else. We want to be our own selves because we're individuals. Does that resonate with you, Trey?
Inverse trade everybody, inverse trade the world, inverse trade all of their emotions. Look, I want to do all the stuff everybody else doesn't want to do. Give me the hard stuff. I want to do pull-ups in the gym with a weighted chain on me. I want to do all the extra push-ups that I can do in between sets, baby. How? Why? It's because it's gonna set me apart, baby. Excellence, top notch. This is the verse, baby. This is the spoken word. We ain't gonna talk about it unless it's worthwhile. Come on, baby. Let's go.
I love it, man. And just so you guys know, we've been doing a lot of project reviews, and our plan is to get through these project reviews, and then there's going to come a time where we're going to stop. There's enough like TitanX streamers now to talk about their projects, and what me and Trey Souls love to do is two things: sit here and talk about crypto and talk about different projects. Because me and him, we're boys, we're best friends. We've been doing this thing for, was it like 3 years now or 4
4
years?
years
I don't know.
since we started planning the verse in the end of 2020.
Okay, yeah. So we've been doing this for a minute, and then on top of that, we're helping a lot with like project developments and stuff, and doing stuff behind the scenes. So the main point I'm trying to get across is, enjoy these live streams, because when we get later on this market, we're going to do less and less of them. And this is your opportunity to learn from us. We've seen it all. We break down TA. We talk about different ways to navigate this market. So please, take full advantage of the situation, because the scenario is going to change very, very quickly. And also, before we get into our first segment, like, subscribe, and share this live stream out on Twitter so we can get more and more people in here. Because I'll tell you one thing: when the amount of viewers goes up and the amount of likes we get on this live stream go up, we're more likely to tell you guys about a lot more stuff. But if we don't have that many viewers and not many people listening, then we're not going to put out that information. Do you think that's fair, Trey Souls?
Hey man, we gotta have some incentive to do what we do. So look, man, all we ask out of you guys is likes. We don't ask for tips. We don't ask for subscriptions, nothing like that. All we want is a likes and shares so that we can get this information and this word out to the rest of the people that you want to help send your bags to. So
Awesome.
what we get.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. So let's talk about Hydra. I know you guys have saw the Hydra reveal and whatnot, and I'll go through and briefly dive into the aspects of the project, but I'm gonna keep it very short and sweet because this is very similar to Hyper. There's nothing new. If you understand Hyper, you're gonna understand Hydra in a matter of 15 seconds. Because when I saw the white paper, I was like, okay, this is just Hyper for Dragon X. So let's go through this. I'll give you my reaction, what I really think of how this is going to impact the TitanX ecosystem at the end. So let's go over here to this window. Can you see my screen?
I'm about to. Yes. Now I can, dude.
All right, so here's how Hydra works. And if you guys were watching my live stream last night, I briefly covered it with the dude, and then he told me about Element 280, and then I had a coming to Jesus moment about what Element 280 is. So it was that last live stream last night was actually pretty crazy. So if you haven't seen the one with the dude Helios, you should watch that live stream. I think that one's gonna have a lot of views in the future, in my opinion.
Are you saying that to me? I was watching it.
No, to people watching the live stream.
Oh, okay, okay. I was there, bro. That shit was fire. Oh, don't demonetize us. I said that ship. That ship was fire.
I'm pretty sure someone's watching this live stream on YouTube for the amount of stuff we said on here. So
They're just waiting, bro, waiting for us to slip, but it's all good.
it's all good. It's all good. The Matrix is going to come at us sooner or later. All right. So, what is Hydra? So, basically, it's a project that Jake and Eric created. Now, I'm going to go through the main features and then I'm going to draw you a pretty Picasso or what was that photo that Da Vinci made? The Mona Lisa, right?
Yeah. But they're already asking for you, bro. They're like they want the drawings now.
Okay. All right. Fine. So, here's how this works. You have Hydra has an LP with Dragon X. Hydra, it mines using TitanX. Hydra uses the Dragon X fault. Hydra burns Dragon X. Hydra favors short compounding cycles. So you guys can already see where this is coming from. So Hydra mining. How does this work? You take your TitanX, you create a Hydra miner. Based on how much TitanX you put into that Hydra miner, you're going to get a certain amount of Hydra out. The only difference between Hydra and what we're seeing with Hyper is there's no rank bonus. So if you were to get in first, you get a little bit of a bonus. In this case, there is no ranking bonus whatsoever. So if you get on day one, you get the same rate as everyone else who got on day one. Now, the main difference between Hydra and Hyper is the amount of Hydra that's produced goes down I believe it was 0.128%. Let me look at the daily update. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. 0.028%. So the miners that you create with TitanX go down by 0.028% every single day, so that it creates a scarce supply going out into the future. That's one big difference. Now, coming over here to the distribution. So once you submit your TitanX into a Hydra miner, the first step is 20% gets directly sent to the DragonX vault. When you send TitanX to that vault, it's basically the same thing as burning. You're removing it from circulation. That TitanX is used to get more ETH from the TitanX staking that can go back into the DragonX protocol so that you buy more TitanX and then burn more DragonX and then stake more TitanX. You see how that flywheel works?
Mm-hmm.
So you're increase on. Let me zoom in real quick. Can you see it better now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 20% goes in that DragonX vault. So you're basically increasing the amount of TitanX pulled off the market. 80% buys DragonX through the DragonX TitanX LP. So you buy DragonX. So it takes economic energy from TitanX and goes into DragonX. Now step two, 20% of the DragonX bought is burned forever. So of all that DragonX that's bought, it's automatically burned. The remaining 8% of DragonX bought gets used to buy and burn Hydra via the DragonX Hydra LP on Uniswap version 3. 100% of the Hydra bought with the DragonX is burned. So basically, when TitanX is used to buy DragonX, a portion of that is burnt to increase the value of DragonX, and then that DragonX is taken and it's going to be time locked a little bit. Well, right off the bat, it's going to burn some Hydra, and then it's going to reduce the supply. Does that make sense, or did I lose you?
Nope. You picture time.
Okay, gotcha. Well, let me go through one last.
I'm really close, and I'm close to being able to bring it to layman's terms. But I need you to do that one more time.
Okay. All right, picture time, and then we have the vortex. So when you go through the buy, when you start with TitanX and then you go straight into DragonX, a portion of the DragonX that's bought is going to be sent to the vortex, and then a portion of the TitanX that's used to mine is sent to the vortex, and then this is going to get released about every 98 days, exactly uh hyper. All right, let me just draw a picture. I think it'd just be better if I just draw a picture. Yeah. What are you, like a picture guy or a words guy?
No, I like the pictures, but I think I just don't want I didn't want to break it down. It obviously seems like the mechanisms are created to burn hyper and to actually burn Dragon X as well, and then we're seeing 80% of it burnt. So
Yeah, let me just get my drawing tool up. I need to get an advanced drawing tool. If you guys have an idea for a really great drawing tool that we could use, drop down the chat below because I will 100% use it. All right, so I'm gonna draw this out real quick. So here's how this goes. So I'm gonna call this TX because this is gonna get very clogged very quickly, right?
got
So
it.
when you
TitanX.
start, yeah, so when you start up with your miner, you take your TX and you put it into a miner. Okay. So you have this miner right here. So what happens with that miner? And I'm going to bring this up and put this over here. So I don't miss out on anything. So
This is the Hydra miner.
yes, Hydra miner. So what happens with that Hydra miner? So
We got the
right,
20% and the 80% stats. That's what you're about to show next, correct?
yeah, I'm about to put it in.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So basically we come over here, 20% right here goes into the DX vault. Okay. The Dragon X vault. Got that?
What you were explaining to me earlier is basically like staking it out into the future.
Yeah, it removes it from circulation. And the Dragon X vault, and I'll just put this right here. So the Dragon X vault, it gets ETH every pay period. And that all that ETH goes into TitanX. And then 50% of that, actually, I'm gonna say this. So then 50% of that right here is restaked into the DX vault, and then the other 50% right here goes in, and I'm gonna put this as BNB. So I'll say BNB. So buy and burn DX. Does that make sense?
It does, as long as you don't see that as Binance. So
All right,
BNB is buy and burn.
all right. I'm gonna do a slash. There you go. Is that better?
There you go. Yes.
All right, there you go. So that's what the vault does. So what it's doing is it's adding more value to the TitanX ecosystem by using the vault to buy more TitanX right here. And then it's going in, it's burning DragonX to make it more scarce, and it's getting more and just putting in. So it's like a feedback loop. Like this is a flywheel just right here. You see what I'm saying?
It's basically it means that the Dragon X vault is never going to probably deplete as long as Ethereum is a cryptocurrency.
Yeah, basically. So from the miner, the next phase is it goes over here and you have the DX slash the TX LP right here. So this is the liquidity pool, right? So 8% goes in to the DX, the Dragon X and TitanX LP. And what it does is it buys Dragon X. So I'm going to put a little note right here, right? Buy Dragon X. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you buy Dragon X right off the market. So when it buys Dragon X right off the market right here, 20% is burn right here. So of that 80%, 20% is burnt. Boom. Done. Donezo. And I'm not going to put red, but you see what I'm saying? So of that
Yeah.
80% burnt. And then the other 80% right here comes in here and it goes into the Hydra. I mean, excuse me. Let me think about this. Buy and burn via. Okay, so it goes into. So you have the DX, the DX, and then you have the Hydra pool right here, right? So you have DragonX paired up with Hydra. I probably should have wrote that out, but I did it anyway. Right here, and 100% of whatever's bought in there is burnt. Do we got that?
Mm-hmm. So
So
100% of the 80% is going to be burnt.
not yet, not yet, not yet. We're almost there. We're almost there. We got
Okay,
to talk
okay.
about the vortex. We're almost there. So the vortex, they didn't really. So here's the thing: the white paper didn't do a great job of this, so I'm gonna fix it right now. So basically, right now they haven't gotten the distribution, but what I understand from my understanding, it right now in the white paper it says 8%, and I believe they want to do 10% or something. But I'm gonna keep it as the same ratio. But when this miner is created, we have something over here called the vortex. All right. And this is because the white paper didn't outline this and they probably need to update this. So from the miner, as of right now in the white paper, 8% of whatever is created in this miner right here is going to get sent over to the vortex. No, you have 20%, you have 80%. So probably what's more likely going to happen is that right here, this is probably going to be closer to about 72%. You see what I did there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you got to account for that 8% that's going to go automatically into the vortex to create a new flywheel.
Yeah, so these percentages right here could change, but the theory is correct. And if you guys look at the white paper, you'll see what I'm saying. And then from here, when you have all this come in here, the that 72% comes in here, a 10% goes into the vortex right here. So this is supposed to be 10%. From my understanding, they might make it a little bit higher. So this is 10%. So 90% goes into the buy Dragon X
Yeah, I see that
pool.
now, which would change those two numbers there in the orange.
These are probably going to stay the same because of that 90%, 20% is going to be burned, and then 80% is going to be come over here to Dragon X, and that's going to be burned. So it's saying
Okay,
20% of that 90%. So
okay.
now the question is right here, what does the vortex do? So from my understanding, if we saw right here, the vortex, and this is a little bit of a breakdown, the vortex will store TitanX. Can you guys see the yellow? Actually,
Yeah, it's not bad.
it's not bad. Okay, you like the yellow. Okay.
No, no, it looks good.
So the vortex is going to store TitanX, and then it's going to store DragonX right here. Now, there's going to be these two pools, and they're going to have a time release. And so, from what the white paper is saying right now, and this could change, let's just do black. 98 days. So, after 98 days, you're going to have the release of either DragonX or TitanX. And from my understanding, if I saw how Hyper worked, it released TitanX to use to burn Hyper. So, oh, sorry, I said 98%. No, I meant 98 days. My bad. 98 days. So in 98 days, the Dragon X, it's probably gonna be Dragon X, but it could be Titan X. But based off of how Hyper was set up, it would be Dragon X. After this 98 days, the Dragon X from this pool gets sent straight into the buy Hydra contract right here. I don't know why I made a really bad arrow. I'm going to fix that. So the Dragon X gets sent right here into the buy Dragon X Hydra, and then Hydra's being burnt right here, right? So all that Dragon X goes in and just buys Hydra and burns it after 98 days. Then the next period, 190, I believe it's 196 days. You see the Titan X right here? So the Titan, can you hear me?
Yeah, is it going to do the same thing or something similar?
Yeah, so this Titan X is going to go. Hold on, let me see this. So this Titan X is going to actually go into a. There's actually another pool right here. So you have the Titan X and Hydra pool because
Oh,
there's
wow.
two LPs. There's two LPs. So I need to also throw that out here. It's going to go into this pool right here, and then it's going to have a 100% burn. And it's just going to burn Hydra through the TitanX Hydra pool. Does that make sense? Because I know it's very
Yeah,
complicated.
this is a scorched earth policy that these guys are using, and nothing is going unburned, bro. Everything goes back into the proper burn pool. This is good. This is awesome. It's cool to see that TitanX go back into the Hydra, TitanX LP. The same thing with the DragonX LP. We're just gonna see
Oh,
scarcity.
wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I messed something up. I messed something up. Sorry. This right here was incorrect. So I want to make sure I catch it right here. I got confused. So
Okay. This is why
so
we do this, folks.
so you see this TitanX pair? It actually comes up here into that TitanX DragonX pool, buys DragonX off the market, and then goes back in here. So actually goes from TitanX to
Uh,
DragonX to buy DragonX to buy Hydra.
As I said, scorched earth policy, leave no stone unturned, get it back into that Dragon X and buy it up a little more. Love that. Love how every single developer in this ecosystem could just turn corners right back into these other protocols. Absolutely brilliant. Burn it all.
Yeah. So hopefully that made sense. And I couldn't see the screen because I had the white paper up, but basically here's how this works out. So when you send 20% right here, it's going to increase the value of DragonX. You increase the value of DragonX, you're going to get more ETH coming out of that pool, and you're going to get more TitanX sent over here. So this right here is a flywheel. So let me so this is point number 1 where you're going to see a lot of price appreciation behind it. Point number 2, you go from the miner, you buy DragonX. So you buy DragonX and then you store it into the vortex after 98 days. How high do you think DragonX can get after 98 days?
Dude, don't ask me that because I'm going to give a stupid answer. How high do you think it'll go?
It can do like a 10x. Do you think that's reasonable after 98 days?
Yeah. Let's say a 10x.
Okay. So right there, it stores DragonX, the value, and then brings it over and then burns Hydra. Sorry, my OCD, bro. It is just off the freaking charts. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. I need to go get checked out. I'm just kidding. But you get the point. So there's number 2, another store value. So as DragonX gets bigger, you burn Hydra, right? But wait, there's more. TitanX right here, right? After 196 days. 196 days. Do you think TitanX is going to go deflationary or hyper deflationary?
By then?
Yeah, 190 in 196 days. Do you think
Oh,
TitanX can do like
yeah. Definitely, bro.
a 10 to 20x? All right, number 3
Yes.
right here. It takes that store value and then boom, right into Dragon X, makes it even higher. And then the last thing. So you have 1 appreciation point, 2 appreciation point, 3 appreciation point, and then the third one, Hydra, right? I mean the fourth one, I'm sorry. Hydra. So when these miners are created, you automatically just burn Hydra. A majority of us use to burn Hydra. These 2 points right here are going to come in and really push Hydra to create more miners, and then you're just going to get more TitanX feed into the system. So you've got 4 critical economic points that are going to be used to appreciate the value of TitanX and DragonX through this system, and all it's going to do is uplift the system without having to insert ETH or anything. It's pretty crazy, right?
Dude, that is the purest, craziest alpha of all right there. Dude, you think like I could not pick that up when you were going to look, you trying to reiterate what's coming into your mind and put it into all of our minds and everyone else, bro. Look at this right here. It's got me cracking up.
I love Damien, dude. Shout out to Damien, bro. Dave is a homie, dude.
Hilarious, bro. But yeah, bro, honestly, that's mad alpha right there. It's so awesome to be able to actually see it on a graph or a picture, a visualization of it. Because I mean, obviously, there's a lot of components going on and moving here, but as you go through and watch the stream, breaking that down piece by piece really helps you understand all the thought that went into this. I don't know how these guys honestly even sit around in a room and Like, oh, we're gonna put this flywheel and we're gonna send it back into this burn pool, and then the next thing you know, it's gonna go buy up this new asset. So honestly, bro, kudos to those guys that can sit around and hash all that out. You too, Chris. I mean, that's just you're just looking at a chart right here and those narratives that we put out in price predictions, but this is just a whole different way to look at it. And all these things will take place at different times. So definitely really exciting stuff. Glad to get a good visualization on that.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna actually watch this video again to look back at what I just said because I don't know, man. I just plugged into something and it was just stuff just coming out of my mind real fast. But the one thing I want to make clear, if you go back and watch this video, because this is gonna be a very important video, and I just broke it down for you as if you're talking to me on the phone. The little under blue lines or whatever. So the 20%, the 72%, the 8%, the 10%, and all that stuff, all of that is going to be subject to change. So we're not really sure how these ratios are going to work out because I think they want these a little bit higher. And if you change the 8 and 10%, it's going to change the 72, the 90, and the 20%. So I want to make that crystal clear that those are subject to change. So if they do change and you come back, screenshot this. Like I'll blow this up for you guys. Screenshot this, and then you can just go on a whiteboard and cover these up and then just fill it in right there. And then boom, there you go. You got your little Hydra chart. Or if you're a community member and you want to screenshot this and recreate what Chris did on the live stream and post it, I'll follow you and I'll retweet you. Boom. There you go.
Dude, he
We
just
will
said
retweet you.
snip him, dude. That's what Chris likes. If he says snip this, next thing you know, it's on Twitter, and I'm seeing my ugly face with these big bug-eye glasses. I look like that guy from Trailer Park Boys.
Bubbles.
Yep,
Bubbles.
it's all good, bro. I've got that too, but I've heard Conor McGregor too. So you know what? I'll take both.
Yeah, you do look like Conor McGregor with
Dude,
like the
I'm
orange
Conor
beard.
McGregor's brother. I really don't give a shit.
you
Just
got you
point
got
that
you,
out,
you
like
got
that
you
too.
got you got more orange in your beard than Conor McGregor, dude.
Oh yeah, and it's back, folks. What do you think? Let me know. That's why I said when I started the segment off that we've got beards, Bitcoin, bipolar Bitcoin charts, and bearish losers. I've been growing the beard back out for you guys. I don't know. What do you think? It seems like I'm at college working on my master's degree, and it seems like these ladies like it. So let me know in the comments below. Keep it going? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love it. Love it. So ultimately, here's my next take, and then we're gonna briefly talk about Helios, and then we're gonna get into our top meme coin segment where we're talking about it's gonna be rapid fire. So we're gonna talk about meme coins, and we're not in every single one of these projects, but we're looking at and we're telling you our thought process behind it so that you can replicate this if you ever wanted to get into meme coin gem hunting. So here's the thing about what I see with Hydra. It's not that much different from Hyper, in my opinion. And what I see Hydra is doing is it's taking a system built on top of TitanX and it's accelerating it. And by accelerating it, it's going to add all that staking value into TitanX while also creating a miner to incentivize anybody who wants to be part of the system. So, in my opinion, what this is going to do is it's going to cause DragonX to absolutely grow exponentially. And through DragonX growing, you're going to have more TitanX sent to the benevolent DragonX whale staking. Well, the benevolent staking DragonX vault. And you're also going to see some interesting things, especially when we get to day 369. So overall, I think Hyper is positive. It's not necessarily unique in regards to it being different from Hyper, but it does fill a need in the ecosystem and it does help with price appreciation. And in my opinion, if it makes money, it makes sense. And I will definitely be participating in the Hydra launch. Trey Souls, what's your break?
Yeah, man, like you said, the miners give people incentive. Look, you could be brand new to the TitanX ecosystem, stumble across a Hydra miner, and then jump into the flywheels, jump into the game, just getting started like that. So I like that it's obviously we continue, like Jake said, you can build a new thing on top of the old thing and make the old thing cool again. And it's like that's absolutely what we got to do here. The more and more protocols that we can push out that interact with this system and plug back into it, the better. And excited to know that it's just simply basically Hyper on Dragon X. That's what Hydra is. Great work, Jake and Eric. Great job, guys.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna I'm gonna go through and see if we have any questions because I think this would be great if I answer them. Oh, good God. I don't understand none of this. All I know is I'm taking half my TitanX and half my DragonX, and I'm max staking mining Hydra day one. Hey, fair enough. Shout out to Goo God, by the way. What I do understand is gains. I love that. And then Kazi Patriot, the remaining 8% DragonX is used to buy and burn Hydra through the DragonX liquidity pool. All Hydra purchase with DragonX is also burned. Yep, that's what I meant. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, thank you for throwing it out there. Marco, I love the old school drawing. Shout out to Marco the Hexagon, really great dude. Please go follow him on Twitter. Vibra, we need Chris to get a chalkboard. Go really old school, love it. Crypto Fitness, love it. Love your name, dude. Great name. Professor Chris, yeah, awesome. Crypto Compassion, school's in session, yes sir. Oh, Damien, what is this? First of all, who draws with snipping tool? Damien? Whose side are you on, dude? Love it.
Yo,
Love it.
Chris, look, if I need to, bro, I got you, bro. I'll use this whiteboard right here. If
Okay.
they're gonna keep dogging you, bro, we're gonna get you.
Yeah, we'll do a whiteboard drawing. I love it. I love it. All right. So Bad Sports, good to see you. Awesome. Gotcha. And let's see. Trey, you are a great sidekick. Love the energy. Hey man, Trey's my partner, man. No sidekicks. We're at the same level in this. But hey man, I do appreciate the kind words of advice. So shout out to
Hey,
you.
appreciate it. Yeah, no doubt, man. I love God, and God loves me back, and that's gets me get smiling every day, boys.
Yes, sir. And then Smoothing Crypto. Shout out to Smoothing Crypto. Please follow his YouTube channel. He is another streamer. So good stuff. All right. I don't know why I've had that to the screen. So all right. So let's talk about another topic of discussion. I need to tell you about my Helios live stream. So I'll briefly tell you about it, and then I'll draw some more stuff since you guys like it when I draw on my snipping tool, since Damien loves it so much. So I went through and I talked with the dude, and you know, if you remember when Helios launched.
Oh yeah, I do.
So Helios came out right when the inflation from TitanX set in, and then everybody just disappeared. We started meme coining. We went on and got into like Coinye and what other Solana meme coins. Like we started getting into the meme coin hype, and then TitanX was doing its thing, just aging and letting the inflation hit the market before finding a bottom. Now I sat back and I talked with the dude from Helios, and I was talking with X28. And during this live stream, there's two things that came from my mind. Yo, this guy from Shaggy from Scooby Doo is really, really smart. I'm just kidding. He's not. I gotta stop saying that. And then number two, what he built with Helios is absolutely crazy. He built something that was the all-in-one platform, so that if you get into Helios, you own a piece of every build on TitanX project protocol across the ecosystem. So I can sit here and just go on rambles and explain it, but I'll go back to my snipping tool because Damien loves it so much. So
You gotta please the audience, man. Thank you.
yeah, I'm just kidding, but you guys get the point. So I'm gonna draw the Helios ecosystem really quickly. And when I draw this out, I think it's gonna put a huge, like, it's gonna make your eyes go like this when I officially create this. So you'll see what I'm saying. So number one, we got Helios, the protocol, right? When you start, actually, let me back this up. Helios, right here. Helios. I don't know if I spelled that right, but hopefully I did. Helios. So when you start Helios, you have TitanX. It goes into creating a miner. And then using that miner, a portion of that TitanX, it goes into the DragonX's version of a benevolent staking whale. So this goes into
Dragon
something.
X's version. Do you mean Helios's version of it?
Yeah, Helios. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, yeah. Keep going.
sorry, I have bad dyslexia. So it goes into the Helios benevolent. It goes into the Helios vault basically. So you have the Helios vault right here, right?
Got it.
So the Helios vault is just the same thing that DragonX created. Then you have a treasury. And then you have a portion of it that goes into like staking and payouts. And I don't remember the percentages. And I'm not going to go through this because we got to keep it moving. And then you have like a little bit of staking. And you guys can go check out the protocol, right? And so what Helios did with the vault is it's actually going to be receiving right around, I believe it's about day 369. They're getting about $250,000 from the DragonX vault right here, right? And then also they have the buy and burn. Here, let me clean this up because this looks awful. So you have the treasury. So I'm gonna call this the treasury. I'm gonna put a dot right here because I'm not gonna write that out. I'm too lazy. You have staking. So some of that goes into staking. So if you stake your Helios, you get a payout. And then I believe also a portion of this has a buy and burn. B/B. So that is how this is allocated. So here's what Helios is doing on the back end, right? And so all this goes through the HLX token right here. So when they get that payout, a lot of that goes into the protocol and it's going to be used to burn the Helios token. Now, here's what Helios built around its token. So they create a protocol called Janus. I believe it's like, did I say that right?
Yeah, this is
Janus.
just so awesome, bro.
Janus.
My mind was blown. So I'm glad we're getting into this.
So Janus or Janus or however you say it, this is on Pulse Chain, PLS, right? They created a Tropa liquidity web on Pulse Chain. So you have, so it starts with Janus. It has PDI. It's got P Rat BTC. And I believe it has like over Rat BTC and then it has Pulse. And then I believe it has somewhere between, I want to say about 20 to 30 LPs right here, right? So 20 to 30 LPs. That's not even a 20. That's a 2. I don't know why I put that there. So it has 20 to 30 LPs. So you know how there's arbitrage bots? So Janus has like a price in between every single one of these pools, right? And basically it has a tax. The tax on those bots sends a fee to their treasury. So they're making bank just like that. And so in their PDI pool, they have right around 5K. PDI is about 500x away from parity. So what's 5K times 500? I'm gonna do the math right now.
500,000.
500,000. 500,000 if PDI goes to peg, like a lot of people think, and there is a connection between the PDI and Richard Hart. Janus, that LP is going to get anywhere between 2 to 500,000. All that money is going to drive through that LP. All those taxes is going to go straight into the Helios treasury, where they can do anything from investments to buy and burn and TitanX protocols. All of that. And when I'm estimating how much Janus could get up to, it could be like the entire LP web could be as low as 200K and it can be as high as 10 million. That ecosystem when Pulse Chain goes off. Just think about that.
It's at the bottom. I mean, and it's using arbitrage opportunities still at the bottom of Pulse Chain right now to create money and send back into that treasury. My mind's going to be blown when I see what the arbitrage does when we see Pulse Chain actually take off and do numbers. Mine calculation was incorrect. 5,000 times 500 is 2.5 million.
Oh, okay, so 2.5 million. So even better. That's even better. So the main point I'm trying to get across here is you have this LP web coming in and they're just going to arbitrage against each other. All those fees from the arbitrage bots are going into that treasury. That treasury can be used for investments. It can be used for buy and burn. It can be used for anything. So if Pulse Chain does well, guess what else does well?
Oh, Janus and Helios, baby, and
Yes.
TitanX, because it all just keeps. I mean, this is literally
Wait,
plugging Pulse Chain into TitanX through via Helios, and so it gives TitanX all the same jetpack that Pulse Chain has when it's time to put that jetpack on. So I'm amped.
yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. It's a cross-chain liquidity web that goes back into Helios. That's the thing. And if Pulse Chain does well, Helios is going to, the protocol, the DAO is going to get paid. But here's the best part. There's even more to this thing. Let's go into the treasury, right? You know this treasury right here? And I'm not going to draw out every single token right here. Build on TitanX. Build on TitanX. TX. They're going to purchase every single protocol on top of TitanX and put into their treasury and use them to the future. So their treasury is going to own these products. So the value of the treasury is going to go up. So it's like a little decentralized bank account for TitanX projects. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Wait. But there's more. There's more.
Oh,
Not only are they creating a treasury, but they're also building something called Element, and I'm just going to call it LM280. Now, this is the cool part, and this is the one I didn't really understand. And then when I talked to him, I had a coming to Jesus moment of what Helios team just built. Element 280 is going to have DX. It's going to have Blaze. That was a little too close. Sorry, Blaze team. I did not mean to make your. All right, I'm just going to call it BLZ. We're going to call that Blaze just for the sake of it. It's going to have Blaze. It's going to have Dragon X. What's another token? Give me another one. What do you
Inferno.
like? Inferno. And then I'll just put in Hyper and we're going to cap it off right there, right? So they built this liquidity web. Well, they're going to build it with E280. And I believe there's it's something like a 4 to 6% buy and sell tax on all these LP pairs. Some of the tax from those LP pairs is going to be sent to the treasury, and then some of the taxes are going to burn the token on that LP pair. So when the arbitrage bots come in, they're going to take that fee and it's going to be used to burn Dragon X. If you trade on the Inferno pair, it's going to be used to burn Inferno. If you trade on the Blaze pair, it's going to be used to burn Blaze. It's going to be used to burn Hyper, and it's also going to be used to feed the treasury. So
Element 280's goal is to burn all the TitanX projects.
It's going to burn the TitanX projects, and then it also has this NFT where during the mid phase, it'll set aside some of your Element 280 tokens. You can create an NFT and earn passive income on the system while he has these arbitrage bots set up. And then the fees from those arbitrage bots on every specific LP is going to collect that token into a buy and burn, and you can activate that buy and burn the token off the market. So it adds a burn pressure, a buy and burn to every single thing on the build on DragonX. I mean, the build on TitanX protocol. So remember that flywheel I told you about DragonX right here? Like DragonX right here? I'll delete this line because that looks kind of weird. Now, DragonX has another burn feature to it on top of Hydra, on top of on top of the DragonX Vault. So what Helios built is an all-in-one platform where it's like a small investment in every single protocol, and they're building these liquidity webs, starting on Pulse Chain, now bringing it to the Bill and TitanX projects. They're building a treasury with all the projects, and then also the last thing I want to point out here that I completely missed, I didn't think about. When you submit TitanX to make a Helios miner, a portion of that goes into the Helios vault. So it removes TitanX from the market so that it doesn't ever hit the market again. What this protocol built was absolutely insane. And I do believe it is the lowest and the most what's the word I'm looking for? Undervalued project. So you know what I did, Trey Souls? You know what I did when I saw this and I put this all together?
I'm speculating in my brain, and I'm not saying it on live stream what you might have done, but I'm gonna let you tell me what you did.
All right. I'm not saying I directly did this, but I may or may not know that I could potentially got a whale position this protocol because I firmly believe, I'm just kidding, I didn't get whale position. But the point is, the point I'm trying to get across is with this type of protocol and the fact that it's not appreciating extremely uh, fast compared to the rest of them, I firmly believe Helios is undervalued, and I also believe Blaze is undervalued. And to get a whale position in this at 800K, it's about $8,000. I think that's like 1%, right? Yeah, 8,000. So, in my opinion, just based off of that, that sold me right off the bat. Started a miner, got a small little bag, and in my opinion, I think a lot of this protocol is going to catch a lot of people by surprise. What's your thoughts on this? I'm sorry, I just went on a rant.
No, you're good, man. I honestly think I think a lot of people might be sleeping on it right now too, and it's really easy to get obsessed with these green candles flying off, kind of like in parody together. What it feels like when we're seeing Inferno and we're seeing Blaze and we're seeing a lot of these tokens take off. And see this, but um, this has got some very technical elements into it, and I really like the NFT side of things. I like the staking side, and I like that everything is just continually contributing back to that burn. And so it's nice to know that Element 280 is going to help out Dragon X. And even if everybody's not always on the same page to start when it comes to what they're developing or what they're up to, all these guys are learning how to build with each other and build together, and they're changing things along the way. So it's very interesting to see that and to know, kind of the concept behind Helios and also the pulse chain side, just to know you've LP webbed pulse chain in now. And so it's going to be really cool to see these
Well,
unprecedented gains in these markets.
well, just think about it this way. Giannis is plugged into the Trophy ecosystem now. It's plugged in. And Giannis is plugged into Helios, and Helios is plugged into TitanX. So what does that mean with TitanX?
It just means that TitanX is now paired with pulse chain.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
so
And that's
so
huge. That's absolutely huge, bro.
yeah. So now what you're seeing is you see this connection, and not many people saw this. And right now, one of the biggest nerves on Pulse Chain is, well, we got the PulseX development. They just did the stable swap, but also the stuff with PDI and the amount of information coming out. I know some people aren't about it and they don't care about it, but with the amount of information and all the stuff going on and how there's so many people in the Tropa ecosystem, and now that Jonas is plugged into it, dude, I wouldn't sleep on this. This is like one thing that when I saw sold me. So yeah, guys. So
Well,
that
and then another thing, I mean, another thing too that comes into my mind immediately thinking about that when we were starting the show off and we say inverse trade others' emotions. If the Helios chart is down right now, but you have a brilliant dude, no pun intended, building, do you think it might be worth a look? And the same thing goes for the other side of the ecosystem or pulse chain. Maybe there's some things that are down right now that you may just not necessarily have a full grip and understanding on it as to how they work. So that's just my 2 cents. Inverse trade people's emotions, and if you see something down bad, but someone's building big, that's what you're going to see in the next meme coin segment. So that's just a way to put it.
yeah, absolutely. No, no, that was a that definitely was a phenomenal breakdown. And Goo God always a wise man named Goo God always told me, tell me the developer and I'll tell you how the project will do. And that thing stuck with me, man. That's one of those things where it just sticks with you for the rest of your life. And I think the dude's a great developer, and I think Helios is a great project, and I think it's going to do well just based off of that. So overall, man, very bullish, and we'll just have to see how it plays out. So good stuff. You got anything else on Helios before we move on?
That's great. Nice work. And this is pretty cool. I don't have anything else except for this. Bad Sports says, I've heard rumblings there could be something built on E280. Look, man, I
Oh
would
man,
not be surprised if we hear something come out in 2 or 3 days. Something
that
that's how fast this stuff is going.
bad sports. You can't just say that and not give us alpha. You can't just do that. You can't just come in here and just be like, bro, something's being built on 280. You know what? I'm gonna spam your DMs later. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you guys get the point of what's going on. And then also shout out to Bad Sports. He's working on Inferno, and then Flux is coming out, and Flux is going to be great. And we're going to talk about Flux on Thursday, so I'm going to leave it for Thursday in case you guys want to look into that. But we got to keep it moving because we have to talk about meme coins. So
And before we do that, we got 207 people in here right now. So you see where my finger's going? That right there is probably pretty close to your like button. And I'm going to keep pushing it until you guys push it. So just, you're going to take about 10 seconds more. Okay. I'm smashing the like button.
Yep.
So are you.
And share this out on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, please repost this space so we can get the word out about more TitanX stuff and meme coins that we're talking about. Yeah, just go like
Okay.
this.
Yep, this is it right here. Okay, okay. All right. Wow, Mom, there's so many more people in here now. All right.
All right.
So we're going to move on to these memes now, yeah?
All right, cool. So here's the deal. Meme coins are getting pretty big. There's a lot of meme coins that are basically not really being talked about. And so me and Trey Souls were like, yo, now's the time to make some moves. So we're going to tell you guys about meme coins that we're looking at. Please keep in mind, we're not in every single one of these projects, but we're going to tell you about why we're looking at this, what we like about it, and what the potential is behind it. So do you want to go first or do you want me to go first, my man?
Oh, shoot, bro. I'll go first, man. And you know
Okay.
what? I'll go with the Zen coin.
All right, hold on. Let me pull up the chart. All right, tell us why you like Zencoin.
I like Zencoin because the dev is an absolute Chad and he knows what he's doing on Twitter. And even though this thing has done a full send at this point, and it's at a great retest right now, and the guy is still crushing it right now on Twitter. So I think the Zencoin is going to be my prediction. I know these guys want to send it to 6 billion, but I'm going to be realistic and say that I think we could see this coin go to maybe even 100 million, maybe 500 million market cap. So I like this guy right here, and I'm definitely interested to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah, this is interesting. So this is a descending triangle right off the bat. I can definitely tell. Let me just take a look at this real quick. So I think what I really like about this project specifically, so I'm gonna put this right here. So if we were to have a breakout, this descending triangle right now. So a way to determine breakout that I learned is if you trace this, it'll show you how high will break out and come back in for a retest, or if it breaks down, I'll just go to the low. So the thing I like about this is you had boom one, and then it's forming an M. So when you see an M like that, that's not always good. Oh, I'm sorry, it's on the weekly. So it came up, boom, came back down, rejected. Now it's just trading sideways. So what I'm noticing is it comes down to this is just a clear magnet across the board right here. So it's coming down, just trading in, but it's also forming this massive descending triangle. So in my opinion, if it can just continue to trade sideways and then start to break out, it's going to be a great opportunity. But yeah, man, I like how this chart looks. I like the structure of how it plays out. And dude, I love this meme. This meme is actually
It's
pretty funny.
hilarious. It's so funny. Just scroll through a few of them, dude. They're funny. I don't know. He posted
The
today a
10.
few. Yes,
Oh
bro.
my
Just
god. Okay, all right. And then let's all right. I'll take a look at this. Like, oh my
there it
god,
is. There you go.
bro, we're gonna get demonetized. We can't do that. We just you know how much work we put into getting monetized on here. But yeah, I'm just joking. But main point is sitting at $20 million market cap. I mean, if this thing can break out of this ascending triangle, and this is a good place to load up, is right here in the lows. You have a crash, and then you see a doji right here, and then boom, bullish engulfing candle. I'll zoom in. So you guys see right here, came down, red hammer, boom, doji, bullish engulfing candle. That shows a trend reversal. So the question is, can it break out of this? Yeah. So yeah, in my opinion, man, I do think that if it were to come back up and test up here, that's about 7x from right there. So that's like 140 million. And so if it goes up to that could do like a 70x if it got up to about a billy. So a little less than probably like 60 to 70. So cool. Good stuff. All right. You want to take a guess what I'm going to talk about?
Oh. Oh wow, there it is. Bobo. That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
yeah. You know it,
No.
right?
No, no,
All
I
right.
had no I
Yeah, no idea. Okay. Yeah, me neither. All right. So let me tell you guys about Bobo, your friendly bear. So Bobo goes for Bobo Billions. It's a Fortran meme. A lot of people like this meme. And here's the crazy part about this that not a lot of these guys are going to tell you about. Bobo is actually a bigger meme than Pepe. Did you know that?
yeah, he's older, yes?
Yeah, but he's actually much more popular than Pepe on Fortran.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay,
so
okay.
so he's actually a much more well-known character. That's why so many people like Bobo. So what happened was Crash actually shielded this hard, and then another guy named Stan Crypto. Shout out to Stan Crypto, really big fan. So they were actually really pushing it when it was like down here about 600K, and then the thing just went absolutely nuclear. I don't know how high this thing went. So it did a 3x from where it's at right now. So what was it? 50 million?
Click that market cap.
50 million. So what did I say? 3x or 6x? I completely
Uh,
forgot. 4x. So basically it was almost at a $200 million market cap at one point, and then it crashed down with the rest of the market. So if you guys see here, here's a shoulder right here, shoulder, and then right up here is a head, and then it formed another shoulder. So this is called a head and shoulders pattern. It's extremely bearish, and then it broke down. So shoulder pattern, and then we see a breakdown. Now here's the key to understanding Bobo and what we're looking for. So if I go over here and I just take a look at Bobo, so it's going down, going down. It has a dump. Boom. That's called a dragonfly doji right there. Trade sideways. Boom. Had another dump. Came up. Doji. Bullish engulfing candle. Boom. Came down. And then we had another doji right here. Came up. Bullish engulfing candle. And so the question is, where's this going to settle? Do we get another dump to the downside, or does this trade sideways, form an inverse head and shoulders on the daily? So right here, this is within the realm of possibility. If it trades sideways, it's not going to go up all the way, and then continue its next leg up. So in my opinion, based off of what I'm seeing on the Bobo chart, depending on where this next candle closes, if this next candle is green and then we get another green candle, it's probably going to form a shoulder pattern, and that means Bobo has bottomed out, and this might be the time to start considering dollar cost averaging in. Does that make sense?
yes, sir. That's a nice little walks of opportunity right there, my friend.
Yes, sir. So we got a little box of opportunity. I was actually looking at this. Is that the extended line? All right. All right. I'm not gonna actually draw it, but you guys get the point. So yeah, that's number 2. All right, your pick.
All right, let's go look at Selfie Dog.
Selfie dog. Oh, dude, I love this. I love this token. All right, tell me about selfie dog. What do you like about it?
It's just first off, it's relentless right now, and what it's doing today. I'm seeing a nice little bullish engulfing candle on the daily today, and I just love the meme. It's so crude. It's so meme-esque. It's memeable for sure, and I don't think this community's quitting. I think these Saul degens, they're built like no other, brother.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. Well, if we just take a look at selfie dog, where it retraced you, dude, check this out. So you know the 0.88 Fibonacci. So if you guys ever do Fibonacci retracement and you just put it upside down and you look at these levels, what I tend to see is when you get about 90% correction once it finishes a wave. So it came up here, came down here, and a doji right at the 0.88 right here. So that can you see the
Mhm.
purple at all? Is it
Yes, you
hard to
can.
see?
It's very
Okay.
hard to see, but you can see it.
All right, let me do this. Can I just do property settings? All right, let's do what's a better color?
Try light pink, light pink.
Light pink.
Yeah, try
Like
that.
this.
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, that one right there.
Okay.
That's better. Way better.
Okay. All right, so you see this light pink 0.88. So it came in here, touched it, bounced up, came in, touched it. So what I'm seeing right here on Selfie Dog, this is a low, a higher low, and a lower high. So right now this thing is trending up, and it's getting ready. It looks like it's about to start its wave 3. So it came up. I mean, technically you can say this is wave 1, and then 3 came down here. So yeah, so technically, yeah. So yeah, it's about to start its wave 3 if you follow what's it called? Is it Elliott wave theory? Hold on.
Elliott wave theory. Yes.
Yeah, Elliott wave theory. Sorry, my dyslexia is so terrible. So yeah, overall, man, I love Selfie Dog. I think it's great. I think it's a great narrative. And then let's just check out the Twitter. I mean, if I just show you guys the Twitter, you'll probably see what I'm saying. So got a little Selfie Dog right here. Selfie Dog. And so these
Yes, it's
guys
all
are
good,
endless.
bro.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. All right, well, let's just keep it moving because we're at about an hour. So how about this? You do only you do one more and then I'll do two more. So I'll do this one, you do one, and then I'll do one. We'll call it good. Does that work for you?
Sounds good, bro. Let's do it.
All right. So the next one that I'm looking at, and so this is a big pick that nobody's talking about, that not many people figured out. And this is the type of thinking I like because people like to follow crowds. We don't follow crowds, man. That's just how it goes. You know, we're those loners, and that's how it is. So there's a project called Wolf on Ethereum that I've been looking at, and this is a little bit of a shocker. And I'm gonna tell you why I like Land Wolf. Okay, so the reason why I like Land Wolf is because there's a lot of copies. There's Solana. There's one on Avalanche, but you know Pepe, right?
Yes.
So there's Pepe, there's Andy, there's Wolf, and then there's Brett on Ethereum. This is called a Pepe beta play. When Pepe runs, Wolf runs. I'm going to show you this right now. So if I come over here and going back onto Deck Screener, let that load. So let me show you Pepe real quick. Pepe Le Pew. All right. So check this out. When Pepe hit its top right here, it was right around May 27, 2024. So I want you to remember that date, okay?
Got you. Got you.
May 27, 2024. Now let's go over here and find May 27, 2024 on the Wolf chart. So I'm gonna move this over. Sorry, ScreenYard had its block. So we come over here to May, right here. May 27th, 2024. You see that right here? This was the
Yeah.
top of Pepe, right?
You got your
So
first
what?
land wolf top.
No, yeah, exactly. And you know what that tells me? That tells me that the Pepe whales rotate into these ETH beta plays after Pepe goes. So what they did was they say, okay, how can I get more Pepe? They went in and they saw Andy, they saw Wolf, and then they also saw the Brett coin on Ethereum. These are the ERC20 tokens. It's like 6.8, 6.9, and 6.7. I don't know. I'm focused on the Wolf one. So right here, it came in and it mooned and it hit its top on June 12th, 2024. Let's go take a look at Pepe.
Go to Pepe. Go to Pepe.
June 12th, 2024. It was coming down right here. I mean, we do full screen.
Oh, so
It's
that
right
definitely
here.
shows they leveraged out of Pepe and into this.
Exactly. So it
Uh,
was right here because they were building their position into Pepe because they thought it was the one. So this is a head. I mean, this is a shoulder, head, shoulder, and then came back down. So what these whales are doing right now, and this is how they think. They say, how can I increase my position? And then what they do is they go into the wolf token. And then when the wolf token came down, let's look at this next pop, right? So this thing came up. And let's look at the top right here. July 24th, 2024. So what did I say? July 24th,
24th.
right here. So the pop started coming in association. So right here. So as Pepe continued to run, this run ran and July 24, 2024, and then started popping down. So the main point I'm trying to say with this particular protocol, this is what I call a force narrative. When Pepe runs, Wolf runs. When Pepe runs, Andy on Ethereum runs. And then you have the Brett coin, but that's a little bit smaller. So I don't want to make it too complex. So the main point I'm getting across in my head is, we did dabble with Pepe. We made some good money on it, but not like life-changing money. But in my opinion, if I set myself up right now to get into Wolf, and then once Pepe runs, because it's going to be one of the first narratives, I think Wolf is going to be right after Pepe, and then all the other memes going to run as well. So I'm going to use this as a way to rotate some of these profits into my favorite project protocols: TitanX, DragonS, Helios. What's another one we like? Omikami, Bobo. Actually, probably not Bobo, but you get the point. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. Definitely. It got me thinking of more Matt Fury plays.
All right, yeah. Well, you don't want to go too crazy. Well, you did find some really awesome ones. I'll give you that, but we got to keep it simple. But I think those other plays will be a play. All right, what's your last one, my man?
All right, man. This one, I don't know, bro. This thing right here, this thing, ever the minute I laid eyes on this, I have been waiting for an entry, and we
Okay,
might be there.
okay.
Can do
What's it?
Inu.
Can do Enu. Okay, all right. Yeah, I remember this. This one on the Crypto Kings, if I recall. Can do Enu. Oh wow, look at that. That is a beautiful entry right now. Yeah, you are 100% right. Look at this. So came up, and then this thing just double top. So I can already tell you right now. I can already tell you the story of this chart. So basically, what happened is you see this trend line or this resistance right here.
Mhm.
So it tried to break this. So this downtrend follows like a double top downtrend. So it came up, touch. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 5, 6, 7, rejected, came back down. So that's basically what happened with this one. So nice little double top. It did show you inverse head and shoulders if you look at it a little bit. So you had a shoulder, you had a head right here, and then a shoulder. So you could have gotten faked out on that one. So right here on July 27, 2024, that was the pivotal moment. And because it broke down, if you're a great trader, you would have caught that right off the bat. So yeah, man. Here's what I see. I see a beautiful magnet coming across here. You could also make a case that this is coming into a descending triangle. Well, actually, no, you don't want to make it too crazy. Sometimes with TA, people take it a little too far. So and I believe it or not, I'm one of those guys. So here's what we're seeing. Oh, okay, yeah. So check this out. Look at this. Look at this. It came down, boom, came up, boom, touch the 0.88 Fibonacci right on the dot. Like literally, I could bring this down even a little bit lower. Touched it right on the dot and bounced up. And that's a spinning top. So you see this green? You see this green candle? It's a doji. That's a
Mhm.
bullish spinning top. That indicates a reversal. Boom. And so the key is if this closes up a little higher, bullish engulfing candle, there's a good chance that Kindu Inu could potentially bottomed out. So yeah, man, good stuff. So what's your thoughts on Kindu Inu? What do you like about it?
I don't know, man. It looks like it's consolidated out. Maybe a lot of sellers exhausted at this point.
Well, what do you like about the meme? Not the chart.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's just it's very potent. They got a great website. And it sticks. Look how strong that image is.
Yeah, I like it.
It could, and in my opinion, and from what I'm hearing from lots of people, everybody's trying to find the next Inu. So, Shiba Inu. So that's my stab at it.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, Kindu Inu is a great. Hey, man, it's a great. It's definitely a great protocol. And let's do a quick price forecast, in my opinion. So if this thing were to run, our first target is going to be 0.004. So if we hit it based off of that, our next run up, it's about 9x from here. So what's that? About half a billion. So yeah,
Mhm.
man. I like it. I like it, man. That's definitely a good play. All right. So my next one that I'm selecting. It's gonna be an interesting one. Because this is the last one. So we gotta make sure it's a banger.
Yeah, it has to be. It's got to be a banger, man.
It's gotta be a banger. Okay, okay, I got one.
What you
I got
got,
one.
man? I know you got one.
All right. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know this one, but hold on. Let me pull it up. So there's one meme coin, and it's the most undervalued meme coin in all crypto, in all eternity, in the entire universe. And it's one that I absolutely love. And I'm excited to show you guys real quick. And the name of this meme coin is Inferno, baby. Let's go.
Vane,
Inferno.
Vane called it, bro.
I was stalling to bring up a photo, and Vane got it. Inferno. Inferno. The mascot of the bull run, the mascot of the TitanX ecosystem. Let's freaking go, baby.
He's
Inferno.
jacked. I'm so jealous, bro. He's so jacked.
Yeah, dude. He's like that, dude. So if I love Inferno, and when it comes to price charts and all, there's a buy and burn on this. And here's the thing: the team's figuring out the MEV bot stuff, and I'm not smart enough to really get too deep in the weeds with that. But there are some issues, and for right now, they figure it out, and they're doing their best to figure out the buy and burn. But we have Flux being built on top of it. We have Element 280 being built on top of it. We have the TitanX farms that's going to include it. You have LPs with JakeX. You also have Flux, which is going to burn Inferno. So in my opinion, when the mint phase is off, and that's going to be this Saturday, I believe. I believe it's Saturday because we claim on Sunday. It is go time, baby. It is time to burn this supply. And how much do we have in the buy and burn right now? That's a great question.
Like a whole lot.
Let's
There was
see.
a whole lot there the other day. Ooh.
All right, so some of that's going to be used to burn Inferno throughout the week, so it might get a little less than 1 million. But dude, that's a lot of that. That's a lot of TitanX. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
if this experiment comes to fruition, this is the big thing I love about Inferno. If this experiment comes to fruition, we might set a new standard for meme coins. And the number one thing I love about this is when you cap this and you burn this supply, dude, bro, every person that exit during that period, the amount of tokens that you sell into the liquidity pool gets burnt out of existence through the buy and burn. And so you have to look at the ratio of how much is bought and how much is sold. But ultimately, dude, we might see some magical stuff. What's your opinions on Inferno?
I've
You
never
good?
seen a meme coin. I've just never seen a meme coin chart this awesome. Look at
Yeah.
it, bro. Look at it. It's primed. It's ready. It's going to be one of the most insane things we've ever seen. And so it's hard for me to even have an opinion on it because it's unprecedented. We don't know. We got to wait till Sunday, and I don't even want to wait. Can I push fast forward? Someone get me a click remote.
Yeah. And here's the most bullish part about it. So, all right, we'll get through this, and I'll stop being a moon boy, and then we'll briefly go over the Bitcoin price chart, and then we'll do the Bitcoin dominance, and we'll call it good after
Okay, give me
that.
1 second. I have to go to the bathroom, bro. Too much water.
Go for it. Go for it. You're good. You're good. You're good. I'll catch you later. All right. So I'm gonna pull up the TitanX community dashboard real quick. Yeah, dude. Dang, dude. Trey looked like he was about to explode there. That was crazy. I'm gonna make fun of when he comes back. But here's the most bullish part about what's going on with Inferno. And it's right here. Right here. Right here. So, okay, that was a little too much. I am sorry, guys. Let's see if I can go back. So, is there like a chart where I can show it? Yeah, right here. So when that supply gets capped, it's going to be right around that's going to be on Sunday. So Sunday is going to be or Saturday, 14th, 15th. So sometime on the 14th and 15th. On the 15th, we're going to have one of our largest TitanX minor claims, and then after that the next day it's going to get cut in about half, I believe, a half, and then it's just going to go down. So the supply is going to go down exponentially, and a lot of that TitanX is going to be used to burn Inferno. So while the supply has this massive drop off the cliff, we're also going to be burning Inferno across the board. So in my opinion, it makes sense. And based on the math, we're going to have about a month of burning with Inferno. So basically all the way till 11, was it 10:15? So where's 10:15? 10:15 is right here. So right around October 15th, a bunch of that's going to get burnt. And then right after that, guess what? We got Halloween, which is day 369, or I think it's 10:30 or 10:31. Yeah, right here. Yeah, 10:30. Day 369 right here. So really a couple weeks after that buy and burn runs out, or well, they're gonna have Flux. So Flux is going to be burning. So it's not technically going to run out. Then we have day 369 kick in, and that's when the real fun starts. So overall, man, I love Inferno. So leave a comment down below. Let me know. Do you like Inferno? And while I wait for Trey Souls to get back, let's check out some of your comments. What you got, Guga? Let me know. Inferno, let's go. Vane, easy guess. Let's go. Bad Sports, shout out to you, my man. Good to see you. Volt is also built on top of Inferno. So shout out to the Volt team. I know they're gonna have their Project Protocol launch pretty soon. So I still need to dive into the Vault white paper. I saw a few live streams, but I really want to get in and try to learn it. So I don't want to comment too much on it. Yes. Yeah, dude, Guga went crazy after the Inferno stuff. So good stuff. So Hey, shout out to Crypto Connoisseur, dude. Good to see you, my man. Always good. Oh man, there's so many comments I want to show, but we're gonna get demonetized. So I just want to say, Chuck Boy, shout out to you, my man. You're awesome. I don't want to show that because we're gonna get demonetized, but you're a really great dude. I love you, dude. DX, love your content. So much choice in TitanX. How do I decide what to buy? We're not financial advisors, so we're not going to say which project you get into. But the thing I suggest is, pick three projects you like and just stick with them, and then consider getting into new ones that come in. But I would just pick three and call it good at the end of the day.
Yeah, I
So
mean, you could draw. You could honestly, you could write some protocols names down on a piece of paper and put them on put them on a bulletin board and throw a dart.
yeah, gotcha.
That's one way you could do your investments.
Yeah, and Damien, we were just joking with you, man. By the way, just FYI, shout out to Damien. Much love and support, homies. Don't change what you guys doing. It's cool and as authentic, like chopping up with your people at a high production video. All trolling aside, that's my personal take. Yeah, no, I know you're trolling, Damien. We're just trolling with you. So we joke a lot too, man. So shout out to you, man. All right. How about this? Let's do the Bitcoin price chart, and then let's do Bitcoin dominance and get out of here because this thing went a little longer than expected. What do you
That's
think?
okay. That's good. I think that's exactly what we need right now.
All right. So we're just gonna go through the Bitcoin price chart, and I'm just gonna tell you guys what I see, and we'll just call it good. So here's what I'm seeing on the price of Bitcoin. So let's just take a look at the weekly. So we just had a monthly close. Weekly is interesting. So right here, you can say that this is a bearish spinning top, right? A bearish spinning top candle. So when you see a bearish spinning top candle, that means this could potentially go to the downside. So when this weekly close comes in, if we see this close a little bit lower, that's going to be extremely bearish. And in my opinion, it could come down here and touch the bottom of this flagpole. For this specific week with this flag, the bottom is going to be 50,269 and the top is going to be somewhere close to about 66K. So those are two price levels you want to look at as this thing's extrapolated out. And there's going to be a chance sometime this month we're either going to come touch the top of this or the bottom of this like we've been doing trading sideways. Now, because it's a spinning top, it does look bearish. Now, we can come down here and take a look at the daily. Now, here's what I see on the daily. I see what we call these, Trey? If this closes out green. 3 white soldiers. So came down, boom, and we have a doji. Another green candle. And then if this closes out higher, this is also 3 white soldiers, which means we might go up to the upside and test out somewhere right around 62K. And the reason why we drove 62K out is if we just come over here all the way across, you see these little candles, these little tops right here. This is all resistance right here. So if we get up to this level and we start touching resistance, there's a good chance we'll trace sideways and we're going to have to test these levels for a little bit of time and then go to the next leg up. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So looking at the daily, it seems pretty bullish. So it doesn't look too bad. Now, here's something interesting. I never go to the 4-hourly because people get really psyched out on the 4-hourly. But one thing that I came across on the 4-hourly is you see this little flag right here. This is called a bear flag. So when you have a price drop and then a bottom right here and people buy and trade sideways like this and start flagging out, this is actually a bearish pattern because people are buying, and then it can drop down. So right now we're in this critical period of time where the weekly says one thing, the daily says one thing, and then the 4-hourly says another thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it doesn't though.
What's up?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It does
does
make
make
sense,
sense.
but it doesn't.
Yeah, so this is just the market maker just trying to confuse you guys. There's a market maker messing with the price of Bitcoin and price of Ethereum, and he's playing this game of trying to shake you guys out so that when this market goes full send, you're not going to be in it or you're going to be confused. It's just how it goes with everything in life. They always leave the general population confused, and I'm not going to go in detail because we'll get demonetized, but you guys know what I'm saying. So here's the thing. We break out of this bear flag, and now we have a candle on the 4-hourly. We need 2 confirmations on these green candles which means we broke out the bear flag, and the bear flag doesn't apply, and this could form another shoulder for ampersand shoulders. But if we break down into the bear flag, and this is important, then that means we could potentially come down to the bottom of this flagpole and test the all-time lows of the flag. And the best way to do a price target on a bear flag is you trace the pull and you come down here to the potential breakout point, and it
Ah,
gives you right there 50K. So we are at a critical moment of time, and I'm going to be watching this tonight because I'm curious to see where this 4-hour closes and if we get another close in a green candle in the 4-hour, because if that happens on the upside, then the daily is going to be extremely bullish. And
okay.
then that's going to translate to a potentially bullish week, and we might actually come up and continue to come up towards the upper side of this flag. But if we break down into that flag on the 4-hourly that I notice, let's look at where's the 4-hourly? And we break down, then we have to come down, test 50K, and then after we hit 50K, we might wick down a little bit and then come back up. So I would not be surprised, because that would like shook a lot of people. So
So the next 8 hours are actually pretty critical.
yeah, extremely critical. And
Yeah.
we could either come up here and then just trade sideways, and that'll be good. But the key is, if we come back into this bear flag, if we come back down to that bear flag, that's not gonna be
No,
good.
no good. Yeah, we're trying to stay out of there. So yeah, definitely be watching that. That y'all can watch the 4 hourly for the next 8 hours and see what we might be getting into next week. So
Yeah,
awesome. I love that.
yeah. So yeah, we're looking at that. So ultimately, what I'm taking attention to is how that plays out, and then based on the daily close and also the weekly close, we could just continue to trade sideways. And you notice how these tops and bottoms are getting smaller over time.
Yes, sir. Sellers are getting exhausted.
Exactly. So that's what that's telling me. So what I want to see is, if Bitcoin comes up, test 62K, and then once we test there, we got to test resistance, and then we'll move to our next leg up to 68K. Now, if we come down to about 52K after breaking out that bear flag, there's a good chance after 52K we touch 50K and then bounce off of 50K and then continue to the upside of the bull flag. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Cool, man. So yeah, man, it's actually looking pretty good. And then the last thing, let's see if I can take a look at the retracement from the local low right here. So this came down to the 0.876. I wonder if this settings will let me change the color pattern. Or maybe I have to just do that another time. Man, I get so confused with this trading tool. All right, but yeah, right here, came in, boom, came down, touched the 0.786, and then bounced right off of it. So this is gonna be interesting to see how low we go. So all right, awesome. Now let's get to Bitcoin dominance, and we
Dude,
can wrap this
I'm
up.
I'm I'm so ready to do this chart. I have been
Ooh,
seeing stuff on Twitter all day, and I've been needing to look at this chart.
look at this. Look at this. On the daily, this is a, I believe this is what you call a CME gap. So you see this gap right here. So this is on the
But for the
daily.
past 20 days, something like that?
No, you see the gap right here.
Oh, yeah.
It's called a CME gap. So if you ever trading on like an actual price chart and you see a gap to the downside, increase that little gap, that's because there's so many sellers just going down. Bitcoin dominance is a little bit different, but I'm saying this is a good learning point right here. So, but that's on the daily. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's nothing to really pay attention to, because we're going to be looking at this from a higher time frame. But I just want to tell you about CME gaps, and it's just something to look into. I'm sure a lot of other people will. All right, let's go to the monthly and see where we at, baby. Woo! Look at that.
Everybody's starting to scream altcoin season, but I think they're looking at that 400 weekly moving average instead of the 100 monthly.
The 100 monthly moving average about to get touched, baby. I'm telling you, when it
Yeah,
touches, this
full set.
thing is going to go down. So here's what we're seeing on Bitcoin dominance. The market's extremely bearish. We might have some news with Ethereum if Ethereum starts starting up, but we're just trading in this rising wedge. So when you have a wedge like this rising, it has to have a breakdown, and we're looking for that breakdown. So I see a lot of people freaking out saying that, oh my god, dominance breakdown, dominance breakdown. Zooming out, we're still in this wedge until we
Mm-hmm.
actually see a breakdown out of this wedge. Then it's going to be go time. So overall, man, what I'm expecting, we come up here, touch this. This thing could wick as high as 59%, just like we saw in the weekly last year. I'll do a quick show because we probably have some new people. So if you guys come over here to the 300 weekly moving average, so this one was a great indicator for when altcoin season started right here. And when this thing wicked up, it went up about, was it like a percent and a half? So on the monthly, if we just take a look at that, chances are when that 100-month moving average comes in, it's probably going to wick up like 1% above, 1.5%, so closer to like 59.5, 60%. And when we see that, that's when it's going to drop down, and that's when me and you are going to scream altcoin season, altcoin season, altcoin season. Start throwing darts.
And we will scream altcoin season to all 250 of you that are in here right now. And I'm going to take a quick pause right before this stream ends and say thank you for being here today. We're doing awesome on these numbers. The charts are looking bullish in terms of YouTube analytics. So smash that like button before we finish this stream up, guys. Thank you. Share it out.
Yes, sir. So, I mean, overall, man, there's really not much to say. We're just waiting for that. Actually, let me go back to the monthly moving average, and I'll show you what I see right here. So the monthly moving average right now, we need to go up and touch about this month. We need to go up by about 1%. So if we get a pump and we start seeing the markets going, we might touch right here and then break down. Or we move into October and then come in and this line comes in, touches it, does that gnarly wick that we talk about, and then breaks down, and see you later. Altcoin season. So I think this moving average is one you need to pay attention to. It's called the 100 simple move the 100 simple moving average. The 100 monthly simple moving average. I don't know why I had to say that 3 times, but you get the point. So and then lastly on the weekly, we are trading in a descending triangle. So we're going up, down, up, doji, and that is a evening star, down, up. And so if we have a breakout of this soon, that could give us a little very, very close, but probably not close enough if we break out of this descending triangle. So,
I don't know,
all right,
man.
man.
You've been saying October. So
Yeah,
not
I
financial
know.
advice, folks. Not financial advice.
Sometime probably at the end of September, early October is what I'm thinking. That's my best guess. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, man, that's all I got, dude. I'm out, man. I'm about to lose my voice. So
1.5 hours. We got you guys. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. Next on Thursday, I'm not going to be here, so enjoy. It's one more live stream covering projects, and then Chris and I will be back next week, 2 times a week, and that's what we're going to be doing until the end of the bull market. So just so y'all know, like Chris said, enjoy these because these are going to be scarce moving into the future, guys. So just enjoy it while we got it right now. Get that alpha, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.